If you are over 60 and you sometimes postpone your blood pressure medicine until later in the day, or skip it because you feel perfectly fine, listen carefully. That quiet morning habit may leave your brain less protected during the very hours when blood pressure naturally begins to rise. Imagine waking up, walking into the kitchen, making a strong cup of coffee, checking your phone, and starting your day. Your prescribed tablet is sitting beside the sink, but you tell yourself, "I'll take it after breakfast." Then the phone rings, you become distracted, and by lunchtime, you cannot remember whether you took it at all. Nothing hurts. You are not dizzy. Your chest feels normal. So it seems harmless. But high blood pressure is often silent. You can feel completely normal while the pressure inside your arteries remains high enough to damage their delicate inner lining over time. That damage can make the arteries stiffer, encourage plaque to build up, and increase the chance that a blood vessel supplying the brain becomes blocked or ruptures. This is why controlling blood pressure is one of the most important ways to lower stroke risk after 60. There is another reason the morning deserves attention. While you sleep, blood pressure often falls. As you wake, your nervous system becomes more active, stress hormones rise, your heart begins pumping more forcefully, and your blood vessels tighten slightly to prepare you to stand and move. This normal change is often called the morning blood pressure surge. It happens to many people, but in some older adults, especially those with hypertension, diabetes, kidney disease, sleep apnea, or a previous stroke, the rise may be larger or less well controlled. This does not mean that waking up causes a stroke. It does not mean that every high reading is an emergency. And it certainly does not mean you should become afraid of the morning. It means that consistent blood pressure control matters, and repeatedly skipping prescribed treatment can create unnecessary gaps in that protection. One of the most dangerous misunderstandings is this: I only need my blood pressure medicine when my pressure feels high. Blood pressure cannot be judged by feeling. Headaches, flushing, or dizziness are unreliable clues. Many people with uncontrolled hypertension have no obvious symptoms at all. Medication is usually prescribed to maintain control consistently, not simply to rescue you when you feel unwell. Another common mistake is taking medicine only when a home monitor shows a high number, then stopping when the number improves. A better reading may be evidence that the treatment is working. It is not proof that the condition has disappeared. Unless your clinician has given you a specific plan for adjusting a dose, changing it on your own can cause blood pressure to move between high and low levels. So what should you do tomorrow morning? Start with one simple rule. Take each prescribed medicine exactly as your doctor or pharmacist instructed. Use the correct dose at the recommended time every day. Do not move a morning tablet to bedtime, split it, double it, or stop taking it without medical advice. Different medicines last for different lengths of time, and the safest schedule depends on your health, your other medications, and how your blood pressure behaves throughout the day and night. Some people make the mistake of changing the timing of their medicine because they heard that taking it at night is better. Others move every tablet to the morning because it is easier to remember. Neither decision should be made without professional guidance. The best time is the time prescribed specifically for you. If remembering is difficult, connect the medicine to an action you already perform every morning. You might take it immediately before breakfast or after brushing your teeth, depending on the instructions on the label. Store your medication safely and according to the label, away from excessive heat and moisture. Use a weekly pill organizer if your pharmacist says it is appropriate. Set a phone alarm with a clear label such as, "Take blood pressure medicine." After taking it, mark it on a paper calendar or medication tracker. This simple confirmation prevents the dangerous question, "Did I already take it?" Never take an extra dose just because you are uncertain. Check the label and contact a pharmacist, doctor, or other qualified health professional for advice. If your health professional has asked you to monitor your blood pressure at home, your technique matters. Do not measure it while rushing, talking, or walking around. Empty your bladder first. Sit quietly for about 5 minutes with your back supported, both feet flat on the floor, and your legs uncrossed. Support your arm so the cuff is close to heart level. Place the cuff on bare skin, not over a shirt or sweater. Avoid smoking, exercise, and caffeine for about 30 minutes before taking the measurement when possible. Take your readings at roughly the same times each day and write them down. Your clinician may ask you to take 2 readings about 1 minute apart. Follow the instructions given specifically to you. A single unusual number should always be interpreted in context. Stress, pain, poor sleep, recent activity, a full bladder, and an incorrectly sized cuff can all affect a reading. What often matters more is the pattern over several days. Bring your record and blood pressure monitor to medical appointments so your care team can check your technique and decide whether your treatment needs adjustment. Be especially careful not to copy another person's target numbers. The right blood pressure goal is not identical for everyone. A person who is frail, frequently dizzy, or prone to falling may need a different plan from someone who is otherwise healthy. People with kidney disease, diabetes, heart disease, or a history of stroke may also require individualized treatment. Your goal should come from your own clinician, not from a neighbor, a social media comment, or a single online video. Now consider the rest of your morning. Medication is essential when prescribed, but it works best as part of a steady routine. After waking, stand up carefully if you tend to feel lightheaded. Sit on the edge of the bed for a moment before standing. If you regularly feel dizzy when you get up, tell your clinician. Do not assume it is simply a normal part of aging. Drink an appropriate amount of water unless you have been told to restrict fluids because of heart failure, kidney disease, or another condition. Dehydration can make some people feel weak or lightheaded, but drinking excessive amounts of water is not a treatment for hypertension or stroke prevention. More water is not always better. Follow the fluid guidance that is appropriate for your health. Choose a breakfast that is not overloaded with salt. Processed meats, instant foods, salty sauces, canned products, and packaged snacks can contain far more sodium than many people realize. Reducing excessive sodium can support blood pressure control, but you do not need to follow an extreme or tasteless diet. Start by reading labels, choosing less processed food, and reducing the amount of salty sauce or seasoning added at the table. Regular walking and other suitable physical activity can also support blood pressure control. However, begin gently and follow your clinician's advice, especially if you have been inactive, experience chest discomfort, become unusually short of breath, or have a heart condition. You do not need to perform intense exercise immediately after waking to protect your heart. Consistency is more important than pushing your body too hard. Smoking deserves special attention. A morning cigarette can temporarily increase heart rate and blood pressure while continuing to damage the blood vessels. If you smoke, asking for help to quit is not a sign of weakness. It is one of the strongest steps you can take to protect your arteries, brain, heart, and lungs. Coffee is more individual. Caffeine can briefly raise blood pressure in some people, but that does not mean every person over 60 must stop drinking coffee. If you notice unusually high readings after caffeine, experience palpitations, or have been advised to limit it, discuss the amount and timing with your clinician. Do not replace your blood pressure medicine with coffee, herbal tea, lemon water, or any so-called natural remedy. The key is not fear. The key is understanding how your body responds and following a safe plan. You should also review all over-the-counter medicines, vitamins, and supplements with a pharmacist or doctor. Some decongestants, anti-inflammatory pain relievers, stimulants, and herbal products may raise blood pressure or interfere with prescribed medications. The word natural does not automatically mean safe, especially when several medicines are taken together. There is one more morning habit that can save a life: recognizing stroke symptoms immediately. Remember fast. F means face drooping. Ask the person to smile and look for an uneven expression. A means arm weakness. Ask the person to raise both arms and watch whether one arm drifts downward. S means speech difficulty. Ask the person to repeat a simple sentence and listen for slurred, confused, or unusual speech. T means time to call emergency services immediately. Also watch for sudden trouble seeing, sudden confusion, sudden difficulty walking, sudden loss of balance, numbness or weakness on one side of the body, or a sudden severe headache with no known cause. Do not wait to see whether the symptoms improve. Do not allow the person to go back to sleep. Do not drive yourself if emergency medical help is available. Do not take an extra blood pressure pill or aspirin unless emergency professionals specifically instruct you to do so. Some strokes are caused by bleeding, and the correct treatment depends on rapid medical assessment and brain imaging. Every minute matters. The message today is not that one forgotten pill guarantees a stroke. It does not. The real danger is a repeated pattern of missed or delayed treatment that allows blood pressure to remain uncontrolled. After 60, the most powerful health habits are often not dramatic. They are consistent. Taking the correct medicine at the recommended time. Measuring blood pressure accurately when advised. Recording the results. Keeping medical appointments. Asking questions when something is unclear. And responding immediately if stroke symptoms appear. Tomorrow morning, before the coffee, The news,